Hey guys, it's Mr. Tear Apart, and time for a confession. I've been gaming with a wireless keyboard this whole time. But not anymore. I am now worthy of some gaming because I've gotten a Corsair K70 MK2 RGB keyboard. I know that this is not the most popular gaming keyboards for enthusiasts. However, I am already well invested into the Corsair ecosystem, and I'm really looking forward to unboxing this and getting it installed and seeing how it performs with the whole iCUE system. I have played Far Cry before, and I know that the RGB LEDs change colors when you get attacked or you're getting shot at. I want to see how that translates into the world of keyboards. So let's go ahead and get this unboxed, get it installed, and we'll do some testing and some gaming. Let's get right to it. Alright, so as I mentioned, I am extremely excited for this. Let's go ahead and get this open here. I've never owned a mechanical keyboard before. That's not entirely true, because I bought a mechanical keyboard very recently and I just use it in the office. But I've never had a mechanical gaming keyboard. Let's see. Here we go. Alright. Got some more packaging here. Just trying to do this as gracefully as possible, but I don't think... here we go. I see where I went wrong. So, we have a very thick, it's a USB cable. It's very thick. Oh, it's thick because it's two cables in one. I am assuming that one of these is going to be for the actual keyboard, and the other one's going to be for the RGB lighting. I think so. And like the controlling of the RGB lighting. So... that's one of the reasons why I just always stuck with the wireless keyboard. I mean, it's just a much more aesthetically pleasing view. If you're really into gaming, you want that quick response from a wired keyboard, and then you also want the tactile feedback of a mechanical keyboard. So let's get this out like this. Right. Looks like to be a pretty long cord. I'd say maybe about 4 feet. I'd have to guess at this point. I haven't looked at the specs at all. And this is braided. I don't know if you could tell that from before. And the USB connectors just seem pretty high quality. Very, very thick. Play through whatever. Okay, that's some nice Corsair branding there. Let's see, it comes with some extra keycaps and what I'm assuming is a keycap remover. And again, I apologize. I am essentially new to mechanical keyboards, so if I'm doing something wrong here, or if anything of what I'm saying doesn't make sense, just leave comments below, and I'll take it. I'll take the criticism. These seem to be rubberized, I guess, for a tactile, I guess, just like the space bar here, where you can see it has some sort of a texture. So maybe if you're playing games and you don't want to be looking down, you want to make sure that you're on the right keys, these will come in handy. And we have what appears to be a wrist rest. Okay. Interesting wrist rest here is that it's a plastic wrist rest. That sounds weird. Anyways, it's plastic. I don't know why you would want a plastic one. If you're going to be using a wrist rest, I would assume that you'd want something that's more comfortable for your hands. But I guess we'll set it up and see how it feels. And then of course we get the instructions manual. Doesn't seem to be, probably just some warranty information in there. And let's go ahead and hook this up. There's nothing else in the box, so yeah, let's go ahead and hook this up. Let's see how it looks with the lights lit up. All right, so we have the Corsair K70 MK.2 set up, and as soon as you set it up, you get this beautiful lighting effect. I did put the wrist pad on. Honestly, it's not like it's going to cushion your wrist, but it does give you I guess a rest position for your wrist as you're typing. So it's not so bad. And then it also the plastic is kind of a grippy, soft plastic, so you know it's good for long hours of using the keyboard. Additionally, we have the volume controller right on the keyboard, which I really like. We have the solid metal background, gives this keyboard a very good quality feel, and honestly it just looks gorgeous. I'm not a fan of the cabling. That's just probably me getting used to having a wired keyboard after having a wireless keyboard for so many years. And then the iCUE integration. So I've heard many things about this iCUE system, and as you can see, I'm well into the Corsair's environment. I have the LL120s, I have the RGB lighting strips, I've got a Commander Pro in there, I've got the H100, so really I was very well invested into the Corsair ecosystem. However, I was using the Corsair Link instead of the iCUE, just simply because the Link did everything that I needed it to do and it was easier for me to use. But I've been messing around now with the iCUE software, and honestly I can say it's not so bad. I'm still getting a little bit used to it, but just so that I can show you some of the effects that you can assign the keyboard, you have your predetermined color effects, and then like that one there, for example, and then you can mix and match a bunch of these. You can link it with your other Corsair LED products, and really, I mean, the options seem kind of limitless. I haven't spent too much time with it, but so far it's really blown me away. All right, so I'm gonna turn the lights off here and go through some of the predefined combinations that we get. This is the rainbow. You can control the speed, you can control the direction of it. Let's go ahead and set this fast, see if we can see the effect a little better with the camera. That's slow, clockwise, counterclockwise. We've got rainbow wave, which is a little different. We have color shift. And again, you can select your own colors, you can change the speed. And we have color pulse. Color wave. Visor. Rain. I think that's one of my favorites personally. And we have the type lightning, which as you type, it creates that like outwards effect, kind of like an explosion or like a ripple. And then if you, so actually it has two options. You can actually have it as a ripple, like that. Or you can set it where as you type, it just selects the keys of what you're typing, and it stays lit. And we have the void visualizer, which I haven't figured out yet. I don't know if maybe you have to have something connected through the USB pass-through that the keyboard has for it to work, but from what I understand, just by again spending 5 minutes with this before recording, is that if you have music playing or your microphone connected to it, I'm assuming it gets some sort of effect with the sound of your voice, but I really haven't had too much time to play with it. And then you have other custom colors that you can set up, like your own colors here. Again, the options are kind of limitless. Lighting link, so if you have your, in my case where I have my fans and the RGB strips, you can make it so that they're all connected, so that this rain predetermined or predefined effect makes my LED fans and the RGB LED strips integrate with the keyboard, so it gives you a pretty cool effect. And I guess if I were to expand, perhaps I could even make it so that I could have LED strips set up behind the desk, and then, you know, the whole effect would be synced. So that sounds like it would be pretty cool. Alright guys, that's going to be all for this review of Corsair's K70 MK.2 RGB keyboard. I think that this was well worth my purchase. Again, I'm very invested already in Corsair's ecosystem, but even if that weren't the case, the metallic back on this keyboard, the quality of the MX switches, and all of the other features that it incorporates, for me, makes it a very good purchase. This keyboard has been on sale recently. If you guys can find this keyboard for a good price, I would definitely jump on it. As far as the switches go, again, I am new to the mechanical keyboards. I've been using a Tesoro keyboard with blue switches for about a week now, and I've grown accustomed to the feedback that I get. It almost feels like you're typing on a typewriter. In contrast, this is very quiet. This is actually perhaps even quieter than the membrane keyboard that it's replacing. So just keep that in mind. And that's going to be all for today. Please go ahead and leave a comment below if you have any questions or if you have any ideas for any of my future videos. And of course, hit the thumbs up button if you like the video, and subscribe for more. I've got more videos coming on. And as always, any questions, any suggestions, leave a comment below. See you next time.